Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And fuck our champions! Good up, Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that.
Welcome back to another Game in Frame presentation. We've got something new and exciting on tap tonight. EPSA Amateur Cup action here at Tiger Field on the campus of Holy Family University. We're in the group stage phase as Persepolis gets set to host the Westchester Predators. A reminder that today's Game in Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. Just a heads up, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a bit of a delay due to the game that was before ours taking a bit longer than scheduled, but kickoff is set for just a few minutes away, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Welcome back to Tiger Field on the campus of Holy Family University. Before we get going, I want to remind you of a few games coming up here on Game in Frame. New York Athletic Club taking on Zoom Schneider FC. That's at 12:15 in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. And then New York Renegades taking on Beach Street Football Club. That's at 4:30 in the UPSL Premier National, the last 32. And then we're going to round out our coverage at 8 p.m. with Pancyprian Freedoms taking on Richmond County FC in the APSL Metropolitan. So lots going on here on Game and Frame. As always, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. But now that that is taken care of, it's time to welcome you all to the EPSA Amateur Cup. First for us here on Game in Frame down here in Philadelphia. We have Persepolis in red going from right to left. We have Westchester in white going from left to right. You've seen Westchester here before. They are APSL stalwarts, USLPA stalwarts. But now we have a new team to feature, Persepolis, joining the fold here on Game in Frame. Relatively new club, but have had a ton of success early doors here. To put it in perspective, they are in the CASA Select League for their first season, and so far they have 9 wins, 1 draw, and a goal difference of, get this folks, 51. Plus 51 is their goal difference through 10 games. So, they've got the firepower. That much is clear. However, I will say, this is no slight against the rest of the CASA Select League. Westchester is a little bit higher quality than the average in those leagues. So it'll be interesting to see how they can cope with Westchester. Heads up for fans of Persepolis. I wanted to give me a shout out to their sponsors who are the backbone of their club, Pearl Vision in Collegeville, Joel Zickler Construction and Remodeling, More John Athletics. And all 3 will offer discounts if you mention Persepolis. So really cool to see the community coming together to help start this new club. Has just getting some guys back on the pitch here. Maybe some jewelry that had to be removed or something. I'm not sure. But some players to watch for Persepolis. We've got Ash Rafuan, who is the captain and co-founder. He's got 22 goals in 11 games, which is absolutely crazy. And we have Tony Temple, who's a D1 player from NC State and the Philadelphia Union Academy. He's got 17 goals. And then don't forget T. Ben Donnie, who is the team leader in assists. We've covered T. Ben for a long time in the APSL Delaware River Conference. Good to see him back on the pitch here today for Persepolis. But we are underway from Tiger Field as Westchester just knocks it around the back. Luca Malor coming forward out of the back. Ayub Mahu. Over the top, really nice ball. Diagonally, tried to cut that one back a little bit too much, but top of the box. Avoiding a few players. He's done really well, but cannoned off a Persepolis player. Malor trying again. Another really nice ball played over the top. There's Ridge Robinson in behind, but offside is the call. A really nice looking run from Mason Miller there, but couldn't quite stay on. And if you followed the APSL Delaware River Conference or the APSL tournament last year, you will know the attacking prowess of the Westchester United Predators. They are scary going forward if for other teams. Scintillating to watch if you're a neutral like myself. As I mentioned, they're in behind again. Nice save from the Persepolis goalkeeper, and I think that one needed saving, to be honest. As I think there were a couple of shouts for offside, but linesman kept the flag down. That was Sebastian Stelma, who, as I said, I think needed to make that save. And Westchester player goes down. He was under from duress from Bill Wilson. A little bit too over the top for the referee's liking. And Mohu down this right-hand side, beautiful touch. Brings it down, picks his head up. Another crossfield ball in behind. Will that one run out of room? It didn't, but it is cleared by the big man at the back, Alfred Gibson Jr. And collision over on that far side. Referee seemed happy enough with it. Throw in Persepolis. And Persepolis just being asked to back up a few inches. We are back underway though. T-Ben loses the ball in the middle. Westchester will just go backwards to Malor. Another ball played in behind. That one, a little too much mustard. That one went out for a goal kick. A little more background on Persepolis. They only started this team, ladies and gentlemen, in May of this year. And back then, there were two players. Ashrafuan and T-Ben Donnie. That was it. And now, they've grown into a stalwart in the Casa Select League, which is not an easy league for those of you unfamiliar with the Philadelphia soccer scene. That is the feeder league into the APSL Delaware River Conference. So there are some serious players down there, and they've really taken that league by storm. And they're hoping to take the winner of the APSL Delaware River Conference last year by storm here tonight. Some good connecting passes against this Westchester press. They do eventually lose the ball. Keep an eye out for that tonight. Westchester loves to press high up the field, which can be suffocating for other teams, but does leave some room in behind if their opponents can break the line. Easier said than done, though. Zipped in on that far side. Look at that interconnecting passing down that left-hand side. Really nice job by Westchester. They end up going backwards. That's Kyle Tucker. Malor. He was looking for Mohu. Now I think he's got him. He does. Is he onside? Linesman says yes. Just cutting into the box now. Lifted, back post. Headed clear. It's back in the box. Turn and hit, blocked again. Relentless pressure from Westchester, but Persepolis up to the test. And look at this, a little bit of room in behind, just like I talked about. Down this right-hand side, cutting ball across. It's brought down. Pass kind of took him backwards a bit. Hit and blocked. Can DeMars keep that in? He can't. Corner Persepolis. A quick counterattack. That's kind of the formula if you're going to beat Westchester. Fortunately, Bill Wilson had to slow down just a bit to get that ball under control before he was able to have the hit. And by then, the Westchester back line had recovered. Corner kick, though. Floated into the box. Cleared away by Weaver. Fell inside the box. I think that was a hit, but it was blocked very early. Throw in Persepolis. Long throw in inbound. That one's cleared back behind for another corner. Some early pressure from Persepolis. That one's driven low. Cleared at the top of the box. Here's a hit. Oh, and it's just scythed across by Donnie, and does not. Persepolis players were asking for a deflection. I don't think they're going to have any luck on that one. More on the founding of Persepolis. The club's mission from day one was to create a community-driven environment that removes one of the biggest obstacles in American soccer, which is pay to play. Persepolis has not charged any players for anything. They just ask for players to come up with a good attitude. That message resonated. Within a few weeks, they started the CASA Summer Cup, despite starting with only 2 players, remember. And their road to APSL is underway as we speak. Remember, the APSL works with promotion relegation just like in Europe. If you do well in the CASA Select League and you win, you can get promoted into the APSL Delaware River Conference. Another ball over the top, long and left. That seems to be the winning formula for Westchester so far. Robinson, wow, got out of pressure, played a really nice pass, great save. It's still with Westchester. Another hit in the box, another block, another hit, and that's the one. Third time the charm for the Westchester Predators. A really nice save from Sebastian Stelmach goes unrewarded as not the second shot, but the third shot. The one that did Persepolis in 1-0 to Westchester. So early doors here, less than 10 minutes in. Persepolis have an early hole to climb out of. Remember, they've scored quite a few goals in CASA. That doesn't seem to be the issue. It was always going to be, could they keep Westchester out? I would not take it as too much of a problem that Westchester scored 1 goal. That would actually be a pretty good moral victory to hold Westchester to 1 goal. It's, can you stop them from scoring 5, 6, 7, or 8, which has been a problem in the Delaware River Conference. And Persepolis players not happy with the call on the field of a Westchester throw-in. Malore back across. That ball's cleared straight into the night sky. Gotten under control by Westchester. Ball played down the left-hand channel. Cut back inside. A little too long for Mohu. Can he keep it in? He can't. Goal kick. The call from the referees. So again, more on the founding. Remember, they had just 2 players, Persepolis, and in the next month, they grew to 30 players. Won the CASA Summer Cup, beating Oakland, who you've seen in the APSL Delaware River Conference, a really nice team. They beat Oakland 3-0 in the final, and it showed what soccer can look like when financial barriers are removed. Look at Persepolis going down that right-hand side, forced a long clearance from Westchester. By the way, that was right back Samatima who was the final finish on that goal for Westchester. The ball's clipped over the top of the net too long. I think that actually trickled out for a goal kick. long-term goal for Persepolis to continue growing through community support, donations, sponsorships, eventually build a youth pathway that offers truly free and politically free access to the sport. Westchester looking to build out from the back. Under some pressure from Persepolis, trying to give the Predators a taste of their own medicine. And Donnie comes away with that challenge. He plays Wilson down this left-hand side. Picks his head up, cuts inside, does Wilson. Looks like he wanted to have a hit, but he was closed down. Decides to float one over to the right-hand side. That's Tunny Temple, who tried to cross back inside to Ashkan Ashafuan, but was not the ball intended. Here's team of the goal scorer. Looking long for Robinson. I think he's onside. He tries to sneak past the Persepolis man. Bobbing and weaving inside. He does sneak by. Oh, he did all the hard work and then just lost the ball over the end line. Did manage to beat Wale Adegoke, but he did enough to force him over the end line. Also, you might notice that the back of Persepolis' jersey say Women, Life, Freedom. That's to honor the courage and ongoing fight for basic rights in Iran. So if you catch that message on the back of their red jerseys, that is the message. Here's Tima. He goes backwards to Malor. Round the horn to Weaver. This is Brennis. Mohu. Zipped inside. And Mohu, I think, was able to keep it. No, he was not able to keep it. Persepolis coming away with it. Strong tackle. Brennis got the ball according to the referee, but it is a Persepolis throw-in. Christian Toussaint, another APSL mainstay. He's joined the Persepolis ranks, and he's taking up that left back position for the budding club. Here's Weaver. Down this right-hand side for Mohu. He's running at this back line. Beats 2-3 players. Has a hit blocked. Brennis trying to put Persepolis under some pressure. Donnie does well to find Adegoke. Here's Ash, the skipper. Wilson, dribbling inside, cuts left. Approaching the corner of the box, he's now in the penalty area. Cuts inside, has a hit. It's a great hit, and it's a great save from DeMars, who's trying to get there, but it looks like it did trickle out for a corner. Great save from Alex DeMars, who was understandably, I think, a little frustrated with his defenders because Wilson cut inside seemingly on a whim. Bosanya, the man to whip in this corner. Referee's not thrilled with some of the contact happening in the box. And I'm not positive what happened, but I think that might have been the referee spotting earrings in his ears. I think that's what just happened. And we're going to wave play on. So Persepolis is now a man down. It's a really nice ball, but Weaver was able to get a head on it first. Persepolis do well. Again, I think they're still a man down, unfortunately, because of that wardrobe issue. Nice move from Donnie. But they do have to go all the way back to Stelmach, who just puts his foot through it. But it's actually really well done. We found Wilson. Donnie checking in the middle, but they do go to Ash instead. And over the top to Sonia. Sonia trying to get a little space. Struggling to do so, so he tried to switch the play. That didn't quite work out. Maggie Saccarellos is the Westchester man who played it off the Persepolis man, and he'll win a throw-in. And it looks like Persepolis is back to full strength now that presumably the earrings have been removed. So good to see. Samatima gives that ball up right to Ash, who fakes a shot, gets on his, looked like he wasn't confident on his left foot, and he tried to clip it over DeMars with his right. Good chance for Persepolis, though. It's a couple of them now. Early on in this game, Mohu plays a gorgeous ball diagonally to that left-hand corner. We've seen that a lot. And Saccarellos whips in a really nice cross, headed clear. Wilson's on it. Looks like he tried to sprinkle a little nutmeg on the Westchester man. Didn't quite work. Ash holding the ball up. Giving up. Mohu leaves it into Robinson. Floated far post. Cut back for Mohu. Hit, strike, what a finish. Bar down for Ayub Mohu. We've seen that a time or two. What a finish. Unselfish play from Westchester. And the Predators go up 2-0. Top drawer, literally and figuratively, for Ayub Mohu. Stretches Westchester's advantage to 2. And Wilson loses out. Ball dropped back by Persepolis. Toussaint on the ball now. Looks like he's found a channel and a little dummy, but it looked like Adegoke was on the same page with Ash there. And that one came off. Like the Persepolis players are irate with the officiating. And Westchester's carrying on though down this left-hand side. Weaver picks his head up. I think he's trying to find Mallour. He is in some space. Mohu. Not a ton of options forward, to be honest. They go backwards to Tima, back to Weaver. Tima floats one over the top once again down that left-hand channel. It's Justin Thomas, who we just saw with the assist to Mohu earlier. Tima back on the ball. Malor. Mohu. Mohu does have a man checking in there. Can he find him? That was Thomas. Couldn't find him. Persepolis win it back. Donnie does manage to get it back to his man. Wilson. Backwards to Toussaint under a lot of pressure, and Thomas did get there but could only put it out of play. Halfway through the first half of this match, Westchester goes short. Kyle Tucker zips it left to Saccarellos. Malor. Tucker again. Really nice ball over the top. And what a header by Weaver. That's a long way for that center back to travel. I think he had a nosebleed all the way up there. He won that header really well and tucked it into the side netting. The referee's just having a check on Stelmach, who got the worst of that collision with Weaver. Keep in mind, unofficial measurements of Jake Weaver put him approximately 10 feet tall as far as I'm concerned. He's enormous. And when he adds a pretty nice vertical to go with it, there's just not a lot goalkeepers can do, especially when they're 1v1 like that. I didn't see many defenders in behind. Maybe a question or two of offside. Linesman's flag stayed down. But it is 3-0 to the reigning EPSA Amateur Cup champions. Should have mentioned that. The Predators are the current title holders. And referee was playing advantage but called it back. So we are still in the group stage of this year's tournament, keep in mind, but so far you're looking at the two teams leading their group. They're both on 6 points. Westchester have a plus 45 goal differential through their couple of games here. So, again, and he's got to have to be careful here. The referee was just having a word with Wale Adegoke, and I heard the threat of a yellow impending, and that is the last thing you want when you have all these Predators running at you. He's having to worry about leaving a leg out for a second yellow. Thomas in behind. He's offside. Flag does go up. And Persepolis working the ball across the back. Mohu down the right-hand side. Toussaint able to catch up. Good recovery from the veteran. Ash and Samatima doing battle. Wilson came out with it, actually. Tucker wins it back. Across to Thomas. I think that one might be a bit too far, and it is. But I don't know if there must be something in the game plan to attack that left-hand channel for Westchester. And it looked like they were planning on going short, but Stelmach puts his foot through it, and free kick given by the referee. Brennis was the offender. That one's cleared out, but still only for a throw-in. Persepolis will take now. And free kick given there. Referee, I think, just mixed up the hand signals. That is for Westchester. Very calmly worked around the back for the Predators. And Weaver's under a little bit of pressure here. He's able to find DeMars, scratch that Malore. But that clearance was kind of fluff. Toussaint plays into Donnie, top of the box. The hit, the block, what a block from Weaver, my goodness. That was some fantastic defending. And some frustration bleeding out from the Persepolis players. I think it was Bosania that had the hit, maybe. It was either Sanya or Tony Temple, I'm not sure, but one of the two was denied from a last-ditch sliding challenge, timed to perfection. Danger not over yet, though. Corner kick for Persepolis. Looks like they're switching up the corner kick taker. That's Donnie, who's out there now to whip this one in. Outswinger instead of an in-swinger. Oh, it looked like he went with the outside of his foot. That was actually a fantastic ball from Donnie, but DeMars handled it really well. I think that was a little outside of the foot bender from T-Ben on a corner, which you don't see very often, but it's a really nice ball. And referee blows that one for a free kick, and the players for Persepolis aren't happy with that. Referee happy to let them play quickly while the Persepolis players were chatting to the referee. Here's Saccarellos. Goes back to Thomas, who goes all the way back to Weaver. And he'll whip it around for Tima. And there's that ball again. That one was shorter. That went to Robinson instead of all the way outside. Brennis puts in a good challenge and wins the throw. That ball's cleared well into the night. Malore tried to go short, but it is played out for a throw. Persepolis, by the way, with a plus 13 goal differential coming into this group stage game, so they're no slouches either. Here's Donnie. Over to Wilson, and that was just a bit overcooked. Wilson applying a bit of a higher press. Tima goes backwards. Malore clears. That was Tucker that got a head on it, but well dealt with by Persepolis. Toussaint into Donnie. Goes backwards to Gibson. Zipped in to Sanya. Down the right-hand channel, out of play. Last off Westchester. Oh, that's a nice ball played in behind. Who's going to get there first? It is DeMars. Good goalkeeping from Predators netminder, who's asking for a bit of calm, as I think he's starting to see Persepolis just nudging their way into this game over the last 5 minutes or so. And looks like we're starting to get a little bit of precipitation here, folks. Spoiler alert, that was not on the weather forecast for this particular corner of the city of brotherly love. So we'll see if that impacts the pitch at all. Over the top, Tima heads it. He was offsides, according to the linesman. And we are back underway very quickly. So Persepolis just trying to get the ball back into play. Inside for Mohu. Tucker. Oh, it looked like Thomas was on there. He just didn't make the run. And it will be a goal kick. And now it is really coming down, folks. So when I said, would it impact the pitch? I spoke too soon. It's definitely going to impact the pitch. Looks like Thomas and Saccarellos were playing a 1-2 down there, but Saccarellos had drifted offside. So make that Persepolis ball with 10 minutes remaining in the opening half. Ball played over the top. Donnie across to Toussaint. Back to Donnie, who goes backwards. And Gibson left that one for his goalkeeper, who found Donnie. Back to Gibson. And that one was just a bit too long for okay. Tucker plays a really nice ball in behind for Thomas. Cuts inside again, and lost his footing, probably due to the moisture that is quickly accumulating on the pitch here, folks. It is really coming down now. And Westchester just losing out to Persepolis. Top of the box, they've got it back. Brennis finds Mohu. Drifting into the penalty area now. Tried to cut inside, he did so. Floated across. Manages to get it out eventually to Wilson. Tima a little too exuberant for the referee's liking, and Wilson gets the free kick call. Persepolis down this right-hand side. Nice move. Hit, blocked by Weaver, and it's straight up. A little bicycle kick. Oh, just missed. Header won by Westchester, and it's eventually cleared. Oh my, that would have been electric if that had come off, but just inches away. Shouts for the throw in from Persepolis. It's Westchester ball. We'll say this might be something to keep in mind. Westchester are a little light on personnel this evening. Only 3 substitutes coming off the bench for Blaze, who's looking very lonely on that far side of the pitch. It's a very big bench for one manager, but there are 3 substitutes milling around over there somewhere trying to stay dry. Ladies and gentlemen, Westchester coming again as Persepolis strip it and look to go the other way. That's a nice move from the Persepolis big man over the top, looking for Ash. It falls to Wilson. Will he beat DeMars there? He will. Down in the box goes Wilson. Referee says nothing doing. Mohu down the right-hand side. Into the box. Seen off by Persepolis. Thumped clear by Donnie, and I think that Persepolis man would have been offside. Oh, it looked like Weaver with a little bit of a rainbow clearance to avoid the Persepolis man. Inside to Mohu. Little step over. Little flick to find his teammate, and that went off the outside of the bar, off a huge deflection. Stelmach couldn't really do anything. He was rooted to the spot after the deflection, and fortunately for him, just came off the outside of that bar. Will be a corner for Westchester, though. Tucker is in short. Blocked by Persepolis. They'll have a Westchester throw. And ladies and gentlemen, now that my cameraman Nick has the umbrella up, the rain has stopped, because that's how it works when you're covering soccer here in sunny Philadelphia. That one's clipped over the top for Weaver. He does head it down, but there's nobody home inside for him. Samatima back on the ball. Like Brennis to Saccarellos. He's in behind. Goalkeeper comes out and does well. There's a man down in the box. I think that was Robinson. Shouts for a penalty, go unanswered. Brennis wins it back. Mohu. Fine, looking for Tima, but it was actually Thomas that jumped on the loose ball. Mohu. Thomas was looking for the return ball and instead goes inside to Robinson. Little ball looking for Thomas. Might have been offside anyway, but it's a goal kick regardless. Less than 5 minutes remaining of the first 45. Ball's thumped long. Persepolis looking for a little bit of a higher press here. Mohu zips this one in to Tucker, who's looking for Robinson down the right-hand channel. Plays a really nice ball in, and it looked like Brennis was there, but I think the skip might have fooled him from the moisture on the pitch. And Persepolis was able to clear, only for a throw-in, though. Saccarellos. Thomas was applying the pressure, but Persepolis was able to play their way out of it until Tima picked it off to go the other way. And looked like a Persepolis player goes down. We're playing on. Thomas. Tima. Little ball clipped in behind, looking for Tucker, but wasn't on. And a little bit of concern here for the Persepolis player. Who looks like he's in need of some treatment. Was not able to catch a number on the injured player. Back on his feet, which is good news. Looked like Mohu gone over to check if he's okay. That is Bo Sanya, who was the player who was down. It looks like he is okay. He's going to have to go off because he did receive treatment. We are just into the 45th minute now, so not sure how much stoppage time will be added. As it looked like Stelmach's about to get this ball from a drop from the referee, which he is allowed to pick up, so he does. Weaver wins the first header, but it's fallen to Ash, and he will look to play that one in behind, but it was nodded clear. Westchester trying to counter. Little nutmeg from Mohu. I think that was a second helping of nutmeg from Mohu. That's a dangerous turnover, though. Persepolis looking to come the other way. Is that ball staying in bounds? It is. Cross whipped in, blocked. Should have enough time for a corner since we just had the injury. Looks like 2 minutes of added time from the referee. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of stoppage time. And that ball was played over the end line by Persepolis. Westchester goal kick. Looks like DeMars wanted to play it short and does. That's Tima. Robinson checking down that right-hand channel, didn't get it. Miller plays it back to Brennis, who goes across to Saccarellos. And he's got Thomas down that channel. He is onside. Robinson is in some open space down this right-hand side. Mohu's got it much closer. Top of the box. Wind up, hit, blocked. Coming down to the end of that promised 2 minutes. Again, can always tack on a few extra. It is, at the end of the day, the referee's discretion which decides the stoppage. And that was a high boot. Referee looked like she was happy to let play continue with Persepolis keeping possession. And Donnie understandably saying, just get in the box. With time winding down here, they want to put one in the mixer for one last chance to get on the board before halftime. And they go short. Now the ball comes in, headed clear by Weaver. And that's a turnover in a bad spot. Mohu was just waiting for the cavalry to join him. Finds Thomas on the left-hand side. There's Saccarellos. That cross had too much on it. That might be it, and it is. That's your first half from Tiger Field at Holy Family University. Your score, Westchester 3, Persepolis 0. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up in just a few minutes.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to Tiger Field at the campus of Holy Family University. If you missed the first half, you missed 3 goals from the Westchester Predators. Score of 3-0. Before we get going, I want to remind everyone that today's Game and Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. Also, just a quick look at what's coming up here on Game and Frame. Tomorrow, starting at 12:15, APSL Met Conference action. New York Athletic Club taking on Zum Schneider FC. Then at 4:30, we'll have New York Renegades taking on Beach Street Football Club in the UPSL Premier National Last 32. And finally at 8 p.m., Pan Cyprian Freedoms take on Richmond County FC in the APSL Met. Lots going on as always here on Game and Frame, your home for grassroots soccer here in the Northeast. Westchester playing it around the back. Of course, 3-0 at the break, with Ayub Mahu winning the goal of the match so far for his bar down effort after a beautiful ball from Ridge Robinson. Samatima on the score sheet as well, as Persepolis making their way forward. Nice turn from the Persepolis man. Feeds into Ash, who holds the ball up. Down the left-hand channel, ball whipped across. I think it's got too much on it. It did actually went over the bar for a goal kick. Final goal, if you missed the first half, was that header from Jake Weaver, using every bit of that enormous frame to get up and over the goalkeeper and tuck it into the side netting. It was a beautiful goal. A little unfortunate for the Persepolis netminder, because unfortunately for Stelmach, he is not approximately 10 feet tall. And Tucker looking to get on the end of this one, putting some pressure on that Persepolis back line. He did get a foot to it, but couldn't keep it in play. Throw in Persepolis. Persepolis playing on here. Down this right-hand channel. In for Persepolis. It's tucked in across and it is hit home. It's a great ball from the Persepolis winger. Promise Adeyi whipped it in for Ash, who tucked it into that far post. Make it 3-1. Club only founded in May of this year, and they've just scored on the APSL national title winner in Westchester, 3-1. T-Ben high-fiving the referee, not sure why, but maybe just excited that Persepolis have cracked the scoreboard in this match. Westchester clearly not going to take too kindly to that. One does trickle all the way back for Stelmach, who plays short down this right-hand side. And there's Wilson. Adeyi's down that right-hand channel. He gets the ball now. He is onside. Little Ronaldo chop inside and then a flick to the outside, but he couldn't beat his his man on the outside there. Thomas King was the defender. That's why I didn't recognize him. He was a halftime substitute for Predators. So good defending just onto this game. Donnie hits it far post. Persepolis did get the header on that one, but couldn't direct it goalward. So goal kick. You can hear from the urgency. Persepolis now back in this match. Obviously, 2-goal margin seems much, much more achievable than 3 for whatever reason. Well, nutmeg from King, who finds Miller, plays across to Tucker. Beautiful ball played in behind. Robinson beats Stelmach there, goes down in the box, and it's got to be a penalty, I'm thinking. I was going to say, that was pretty blatantly a penalty kick. I understand the frustration for Persepolis, but that was pretty obvious. I think Stelmach might just count himself fortunate that he's not getting carded here, to be honest, because he was very clearly second best. I think Donnie being told to exit the area, as is Gibson, who I think are just trying to influence the officials. And center ref didn't take too kindly to that with sorry, I was just trying to hear what the Persepolis players were saying. Couldn't quite pick it up. But Robinson from the spot, 12 yards out, thundered into that bottom corner, and that deficit climbs back to 3. Robinson on the score sheet. Nothing new for you Westchester fans. It's 4-1. Persepolis scored 1. I'll need to get another one pretty quickly. Keep the momentum. To go all the way across here. That's a good ball. Played to Wasamoye. And Donnie was looking for Adeyi. Couldn't do it. Miller. Backwards to Luke Hill, who also came on at halftime. Robinson goes down and wins the free kick. Weaver at that far post, unmarked right now. They go near post, and Persepolis able to clear. There's Hill to throw this one in. What a nice flick there by Kyle Tucker, and Robinson does win a corner. like Donnie might be struggling with something. Might have just picked up a knock in that last little collision there. Looks like he's all right. Another corner for the Predators. Whipped in, really nice ball, but couldn't beat the first man at that near post. Throw in for Westchester. A lot of pressure forces Westchester all the way back to Malore. He tries the other side. That's Robinson, who goes down, wins a free kick. Looks like Mohu's going to run over and take this one. Probably going to end up playing it like a corner if I had to guess. It is deep in that far right quadrant. Whipped in. Headed away by Persepolis. Can they keep it in? They might have been able to, but Westchester go and get there first and go all the way back to Luca Malore. Weaver. Inside to Miller. Hill. Rise the challenge. Now goes down, and I think he was trying to get back up, but the referee blows for the foul. King back to Hill. Fizzed it in low. Wins a corner. Lots and lots of pressure on that Persepolis back line with all these set pieces. Whipped in far post. Another nice headed clearance. Again, Westchester just get it right back. And there's a hit, and whoa, it looked like it was turned goalward. But Stelmach did well to get his hands behind that one. It was dipping at the end. Maybe only problem just dipping a bit too quickly as Stelmach's able to use that vertical leap. Weaver. Malore. And that one was a little too wide for Mohu. Persepolis throw. And that one's over the top. Robinson was looking to get on the end of it, but Stelmach had their box covered, so punts that one away. Westchester just seemingly winning every 50-50 ball right now. Persepolis just can't get on the ball. We've seen them be dangerous when they are on the ball. It's just been struggling to do so. And even when they do get it like that, they just turn it right back over, and that was a pretty bad challenge. So looks like Adegoke will go into the book. short for Westchester. Cross blocked out of play. It's Tucker that tried to fizz it in. Tucker looks to be the man to play the set piece as well. Again, Weaver's just kind of floating at that back post. And he's not being marked particularly close. Headed away, but another penalty conceded by Persepolis. And I don't believe that booking for Bill Wilson was because of the challenge. I'm thinking that was because of dissent after the call. He's still not thrilled with that. But it's another penalty for the Predators. Brennis, the man to take this spot kick. Brennis from 12, little stutter step. Great save by the goalkeeper. Can he get on the end of it? It came off the post. And I think that's a goal for Westchester. Turned home by, I believe, Luca Malor of all people. Another really nice save from Stelmach goes unrewarded, much like the first goal when he made a brilliant save, but Westchester pounced on the loose ball. And turn another one home. It is now 5-1. With a little less than a half hour left to play. Chris Selekpo is into this match now. He took the place of Adegoke, who was in the referee's book. So probably a prudent coaching decision to make that switch. Robinson with a little flick. He beats another man, has a hit right at Stelmach, makes a good save and holds it as well. Here is the substitute, Selekpo, who's playing down that right wing to Temple. He kept it in under pressure from Weaver, and Selekpo kind of bounced off Weaver. No foul given. Noah Beltran also checked into this game for Westchester. He's playing this left wing position as Ash tries to hold that ball up, but he's surrounded by white shirts. And here is Beltran down this left-hand side. It's pinged off the Persepolis player into the box now. Cut back, And I think that was actually a really nice defensive block from Gibson. And it was. It's a corner kick. Needed to be done because there were 2 white shirts waiting for that cutback. That would have made it 6. And Brennis with his hand up at the top of the D here. They like to go inside, and it was onto Weaver's head. But Weaver couldn't keep the ball down. And we'll have another substitute for Persepolis. Is this... Just had to look back at that penalty call. Very borderline. Unfortunately for Persepolis fans, the second penalty conceded. Here's Brennis inside the box. They don't want to give up a third. They win the goal kick, actually. Good defending. Nice turn from the Westchester man. Finds Beltran. Robinson's on it now. He's twirling in the box there. He found his man. Played down to Hill inside the penalty area. Blocked on the cross. He got the second try in, and that was almost spectacular from Beltran. Whipped back in. Another cross comes in. Inside for Hill, who fizzed it across again. But finally, Persepolis able to clear. And there's Gibson on the ball. There's Adei, who returns it. And here comes Persepolis again. Weaver comes across, lets him go. It's clipped across and turned home. Good goal from Persepolis. That's 2 for the new boys. But oh no, that whistle was just to get the ball back for the referee. I apologize. I was making sure they weren't calling that back. It is a good goal from Persepolis. That was Seyun Falai who turned it home for Persepolis. And the Persepolis players are upset with something, and I'm not sure what. I guess maybe that they're not happy with the restart. I'm assuming the referee's adding this in stoppage. I'm not sure what they're upset about because they just scored. That's a good thing. 5-2. Deficit's back to 3. About halfway through the second half, 3/4 of the way through the 90. Fizzed into the box again. Persepolis trying to get back on the board. Flipped over the top of the Westchester player. And Brennis able to ride that challenge. Back to DeMars, who fizzes it in low. Tried to clip it forward, but nobody home. Nice move to keep it under a lot of pressure from Bo Sanya. Gibson. Out wide to Samoye. Back into Gibson. Gibson gets it back. Here's Toussaint. Out wide to Adei. Who comes and challenges and gets called for the free kick, and Persepolis just getting really frustrated with every single decision that goes against them. Temple making way for Persepolis for some fresher legs. Peter Jakubik into this match. And I think Donnie was fouled. And Persepolis get the free kick. Ball clipped over the top, looking for Adei. Can he keep it in bounds? He can. He's done well to not only keep it, but stay in possession. Goes back to Sanya. Persepolis keep it, but forced all the way back. First foray forward was blocked. And here's Jakubik, but couldn't get on the end. DeMars rolls out to Weaver. And Weaver striding forward. Beltran. Malor clips long, looking for Tucker. Eventually makes his way to Beltran via Brennis. He's trying to return the favor, but Persepolis cut it out. Gibson. Donnie. Donnie gets it back. Pocket picked by Robinson. And free kick given. And this is in a very dangerous spot for whichever one of those Predators decides to take it. Tucker is over the ball now. Malor was over the ball but left it. Keep an eye on this. 4 in the wall, and Malor's just kind of lurking down that left-hand channel, and there's no one particularly close to him. Stelmach notified his players, but there's 5 in the wall now. Tucker, staggered run-up, hit, cannot get it up and down. Crisis averted for Persepolis. And Westchester right back on the ball. There's Brennis. Malor goes out wide. Strong challenge. Saccarello's had to jump over it. And Selekpo finds Jakubik. Weaver stops him in his tracks. Miller plays a 1-2 with Weaver. And then finds Saccarellos. Miller to DeMars, over to Weaver. And around the horn the other way. Robinson finds a pocket of space. And he plays a really well-weighted through ball. Clipped far post, going up for the header just over the bar is Kyle Tucker. And I mean just over the bar, inches away from goal number 6. I think the referee was just checking on Tucker. As we have a little less than 15 minutes remaining of the 90, plus probably a fair bit of stoppage because of a few injuries and penalties and bookings, all that fun stuff. Ball was trying to sneak its way down that left sideline, but didn't stay in play. Looks like Persepolis is making another substitution. Connie turns it over. Robinson striding forward. He has a hit, and it pulled just wide. And he did have some space there. That back line was just sagging a bit for Persepolis. Persepolis goes short. Look at that high press, even still, from Westchester. Hill. Brennis. Saccarellos. Inside. Strong challenge. Won back by Saccarellos somehow. Malore zipped in for Tucker. Tucker took a deflection, but found its man regardless. Tucker gets it back. Cleared by Persepolis. Weaver chest down. Robinson, top of the box. Beats 2 men, has a hit. Goal, Robinson. What a finish from the Predators skipper. He makes it look so easy. I can assure you, beating 2 big center backs and burying it in the bottom corner is no easy feat. 6-2. Westchester showing why they have the EPSA Amateur Cup sitting in their clubhouse somewhere. Keep in mind, Persepolis were doing well in this tournament. Are doing well in this tournament. It's only the group stage, remember. The unfortunate part for Persepolis is that Westchester's goal difference is through the roof, approaching 50. Weaver cross to Malore. Tucker plays a perfect ball to Hill, who zipped it across, but it was blocked and put out for another corner. Less than 10 minutes remaining of the 90. Again, stoppage time almost certainly going to be tacked on to that figure. And a second ball trundled onto the pitch, but it's been removed. Here's the corner. Oh, and Weaver, I think, just missed that. Persepolis pounced on the loose ball. And wow, Ridge Robinson with some fancy feet, laid it off, spilled by Spellman. What a second save. Didn't matter he was offsides, but what a second save by Stelmach. That was fantastic goalkeeping. He did not know that that second player was offside. Had to make that save, and what a save it was. And I'm assuming that first save that he made, which wasn't too shabby either, needed to be made because that was not offside. And substitute for Persepolis, Promisadei will move to the bench as Robinson comes flying into the other penalty area once again. Top of the box. Tucker bobbing and weaving. Crossed in. Robinson got the touch. I think he was trying to lay it off, but no white shirts around. Beltran to Hill. Robinson checks the shoulder. Goes backwards to Brennis instead. Malore. Like Saccarellos was the intended target, but it never got there. Now he's got it. Malore. Pass picked off by Sonia. Miller plays to Weaver, plays to Malore, plays back to Saccarellos. And it was picked off somewhere in there. And comes out wide to Robinson. Into Hill. Miller's to his left. He did Oh, it didn't matter. Robinson made a run from deep. I was going to say Miller was offsides, but it didn't matter. Robinson was on. Twists and turns to get back in the box. I think just kind of gave up, but someone who didn't give up was Kyle Tucker, who I don't think that's a penalty. I think referee might just be checking on Tucker. Yeah, he's just checking on Tucker's foot, who I think just got caught as he was hitting that shot. That ball was fizzed across. Beltran picks it off. And here comes Hill the other way, trying to hold the ball up. He's done really well. I mean, fair play to Hill. 3 red shirts draped all over him, and he still kept it. Down the right-hand channel. Cuts back. Saccarellos finds Tucker. Tucker, I think, was offsides on that return ball, and he was. 87th minute of the EPSA Amateur Cup group stage match from Tiger Field on the campus of Holy Family University. For those unfamiliar, what you're looking at used to be a very average grass pitch before this beautiful turf complex was installed, and is serving as a worthy venue for tonight's action. And if you like goals, you've seen 8 of them so far. There's always time for more. Of course, stoppage time could be tacked on to the end. Now less than 3 minutes remaining of the 90 as Beltran combines with Hill, and they were looking for Robinson, who I think was onside, but was deflected out. And look at that lovely combination play. And unfortunately offside for the Westchester Predators, but Robinson and Hill combining beautifully there on a 1-2. And here's Donnie with his head up. Tried to go back the other way, and that ball wasn't on. Picked off by Malore. Weaver, Miller, picked off. Selekpo plays back to Samoye. To Gibson. Ball was deflected by Robinson. There's Beltran. Back to Miller. Robinson picks his head up. Looked like he was thinking about a long shot. But Selamak kept it in play. And we are now in the 90th minute. Clipped over the top, and it does find a Predator. They go backwards to Brennis. Tucker looped forward Prentice back on the ball. Back to Tucker. Goes backwards to Beltran. Fell back to Tucker, who had a rip at it, but it was deflected. I think they've got a corner. They do. Just 1 minute of stoppage time left to go in this match. Corner kick incoming. Far post. Scratch that. No stoppage time to be added. There is the final whistle. Dominant performance from Westchester, but an offensive showcase for both teams. Your final score, Westchester 6, Persepolis 2. Once again, want to remind you that this Game and Frame presentation is brought to you by Umbro. I'm Jake Gillespie from my man Nick on the camera. Thanks again for watching.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.